Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Battlefield Waltz. Going to start Nikkei's route, so we have to start a new game here. So we are starting. We are not going to replay the whole game. We're going to skip this shit. You know how this works. But what we will do here, though, apparently, so what I was reading, so we're going to skip this. We have nothing in the prologue for choices or anything. But there are two common route save files here. One is to get to Tifalet, which is also, if you were doing Tifalet first, it would be the differentiation between Tifalet and Nikkei's routes. Kind of like we did with Abel, Lustin, and Posh, right? So we're going to make a save there, a common route save there. But we also have one before that for a common route bad end, which we didn't do in the other ones. I was like, did I already do? I don't remember doing this. And I was like, no, we didn't. So there is a common route bad end. Interesting. Nope. Nope, playing the theme song. Nope, get me copyrights. Nope. So, but now what we didn't do the first time, because I'm assuming the prologue and everything is all the goddamn same, right? What we will do, what we didn't do the first time, is save at the map sequences. So that we can go back and check out the other characters. So, like, obviously, you know, we've talked to Lustin and Abel, and now we're going to do Nikke probably, and whatever. But we can go back and, instead of having to skip through the whole game, you know, I'll make the saves there so we can talk to Asaka and Richard and, you know, whoever else might be on the map. Shelley's on the map sometimes. So, our non-love interest characters. So let's make sure we try to do that this time. And we don't forget. But because we're going to be skipping a lot, today's the day. Today's the day to do that. Oh, this fucker's still here. There's Wilhelm. First time meeting our sword boyfriend. Who, you know, starts out as a twerpy kid and then turns into, like, hot. So, I'm here for it. They did... I mean, okay, again, I still think Pasha's route before Abel's would have been better, but I like how they bookended this for me, though. Like, you have Abel and Lustin. Oh, okay, we're starting out with some, okay, the best. And then you put Pasha and Nikke in the middle. Okay. And then you do Tifalet and Wilhelm, and you're like, okay. So that you bookend the hotties around, like, the babyface characters. Posh was great, don't get me wrong. He's just not my type, because he's too adorable. And, like, little. You look, and it's not that he's short. I don't give a fuck about that. It's like, you look so cute. Look at you. Oh, Grandma wants to pinch your cheeks and give you a hard candy. And Nikke is pretty, but he's also, like, kind of baby-faced. So, sweet. And I'm sure he's going to be fab, but still too baby-faced for me. So, with the baby-faced ones in the middle, and I didn't have to end on one of them, because you know that's, like, not the dream. When you're like, this is not my favorite character, and then it's like they're the end all be all route. I mean, Wilhelm's a little bit of a twat, but that's just right now. I'm sure he's going to be like way better, hopefully, when he like grows up sexy at all. So that's sounds disturbing. Sounds difficult. Oh, you study those things too? Sounds difficult. Don't worry, it's quite easy once you try. I hope so. Okay. I do get now why we just didn't bother making... We have a separate save for everybody. Oh, hi. God, we get to meet Abel again. Because the path for Nikke and Tifalet is very different. Because we're like, oh, that sounds awesome. We want to fight. We want to do... you know, battle things. That's not very Tifalet or Nikke, you know? So, makes sense that we're going to make all the opposite choices here. Hi, hotness. Look at our beautiful boy. He's lovely. And then there's Posh stuff in his face. He's still adorable, don't get me wrong. Wait, did you want patties or not? What? I can't. Okay. Oh, I've missed you lately. You haven't been around, Mephisto. Oh, that's true. We get to talk to Mephisto on some of those, like, things, huh? I'll just have to remember when we get to the map to, like, leave spaces. Oh, Sarazar, you sexy son of a bitch. Wait, does that mean we get to see that CG of him again? I'm so excited. So excited for this. I mean, the game could be better. Let's be real. I'm gonna have to give it like a 9 out of 10 because it'd be a 10 out of 10. Okay, no, like you know what? It'd probably be like 11 out of 10 if they let me date Mephisto and Sarazar. So that's the only thing that's not making this like right there. The two of them are right there. Come back. Don't leave me. Like those two. Mm, 12 out of 10 game for those two. But it won't let me have them. Like, whatever. But I don't have anything else to say. How are you? How are things? It's like October right now? Oh my fucking god. Anyway. Oh, did something happen with the instructor? And we still say it's nothing. Alright, cool. No, but seriously, when is this going up? The end of October? What the fuck? What the fuck? Mid? Toward it? I'm in. Oh, well, okay. We're a little more enthusiastic. Makes sense for Nika and Tifa Ledger. Sure, I'll do it. Seems like a nice task. We end up doing it anyway. As opposed to like, did you see someone out without permission? I saw Lustin earlier. I can't believe we're tattling on him. Actually, I saw Lustin going somewhere earlier. Oh, him. He often leaves without an excuse. Mephisto's response bore no signs of anger. Well, I'm not in the mood to be too strict tonight. Thanks to you accepting this task. I'll pretend I didn't hear it. And you're like, well, I mean, it's rude that we told on him. Wilhelm's like, I'm gonna leave because you're a tattletale. You're a fucking narc. I fought with everything I had. But I fought as hard as I could. Yeah, I know. But try harder. We only crossed swords for a short while, but I gave it everything I had. Okay. Slightly different varying answers, not to, it can't be helped. So there's no other way around it. Yeah, I guess. Alright, I'll do what I can. Good. Start with your physical conditioning. Do your training and we'll go from there. Yeah, I'll try. And now we're going to get into chapter 2. Probably. I'm just scrolling up. These I'm not hiding the choices because like we've already been through here. First lesson. The thing about skipping is it's not transitions. It is because I wasn't skipping right there. I was like, the transitions are usually like, transitions. Like, I don't get to like, we don't get to linger. Transitions don't. Richard with his pointy finger and the angry. Fine. 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 If I reveal it now, you'll believe me, right? I didn't want to play along with his taunt, but it seemed that I should clarify to avoid further hassle. Yes, I will. My gaze fell to my right hand. Don't! Lustin intervened, holding my hand back. I feel you, but you shouldn't do it now. But... He's right. We're still in the classroom. You never know what might happen. Their caution and Yuriona's awkward smile made me realize my temper might have been more volatile than I thought. Right. I'm sorry. Oh, so you're scared? So you are scared? You must be a fake. Richard, that's uncalled for. And then Richard just goes back to being a twat. He hasn't been around much. He was in Abel's route and we haven't seen much of our little douche. Where's my little douche? Gonna miss our douche. He's got great hair. They drew his hair pretty. I like it. The music feels like it's janky, but I think it's just when it's skipping and starting. I see. I think I'll pass. Oh, all right. Oh. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'll try it. I was worried about being a bother. You don't have to worry about that at all. Let me go prepare it for you. Have a seat at the open table over there. Okay. Like, I can't tell. Sometimes it seems like it's skipping and doing weird shit, and then other times it sounds fine. I don't know. Oh, hey, beautiful. I also forget that you exist. I'll deliver it there. No, delivering it's my job. I kind of forgot Tifalet existed too. I mean, I know he's our boyfriend and all, but we have not seen hide or hair of him basically since this. We might have seen him like once, but it's always been the common route, hasn't it? We gave him the accent, right? It's been so long. It's like playing a new game. You're like, who's this guy? You sure are a bit of a square. Well, I'm going out for drinks with Chalet after this. Thanks for the offer, though. Oh, we got romance with him. Oh, that's true. I mean, we're trying to. Oh, then if you don't mind, I'll excuse myself. And then, okay. Transitions. See, I can't get the time to, like... All right. Maybe I should go somewhere. Let's save at this. This is the first map. So, we are going to end up... Hold on. With 2 common route saves and 2 Nikkei saves. So I'm going to start saving here for our maps. Okay. So that's our map 1. Okay. You got a feather. You dropped a feather on my pants. You're supposed to keep those in your body. I'm trying to point to the feather, and he comes beelining over, and now he is rubbing his face all over my hand for petties. You're so silly. You're so silly. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it too much? I was trying to give you really good deep pets, but that was... You don't like my thumb, huh? It's okay. So we're gonna go see Nikkei in the anteroom. There we go. I only have one hand, so you're gonna have to just fucking deal with it, guys. I have to deal with being incapacitated in one form or another because of the bird. Either my hand's taken up, I can't move my arm because he's on, like, whatever. Yes. There we go. All right, this is new. Huh. What a nice smell. I was walking down the hallway when I smelled something sweet. From the chemical anteroom? Oh. Is he baking sitting here? Nikkei, are you there? Yeah. As expected, Nikkei was there, stewing something up again. Are you making medicine? Why does it smell so sweet? Oh, these are the petals of lunaria flowers that grow in the backyard. What? Do you know these flowers? Of course. Mephisto asked me to deliver the flowers to the town. Oh, right. Lots of students skip out on that, so I'm glad you do it. It'll be hard work for you, though. Nikkei smiled gently as he slowly stirred the pot. Is this what they smell like? Or did you mix something else into it? I did, but this fragrance comes from the lunaria themselves. They barely smell of anything as flowers, but they begin to emit this sweet fragrance when you brew them like this. Hold on. Okay, just needed to turn my computer down a little. Oh, wow. What a mysterious flower. So this will become medicine? Yes, it's great for cuts. I almost read that as cults, and I was like, what? It's so beautiful, and yet it could become medicine and a drink. It's interesting how many uses it has. I heard that they only grow here, though. Nikkei never stopped stirring the pot. Nikkei, are you always here when you're not in class? Not always, but I am here often. It's so relaxing to be here. He's like, not always. I'm never in class. Just kidding. I see. I just enjoy this kind of work. I probably would have done this even if it weren't for the medics. Even if it weren't for the medics, well. Even if I weren't one of the medics. That's what that said. Listen, I'm doing a lot of shit at work. I'm going back and forth, bouncing all over. My neck and shoulders hurt immensely, seriously, on a daily basis from hunching over, doing all the stuff I'm doing. So, like, and we already know I can't read anyway. So I'm making excuses for why my inability to comprehend words is more intense right now. Oh my god. But it does look fun. I know I said this the other day, but you really don't have to worry about that. I'm glad you also think it looks fun. Nikkei didn't look depressed at all, and I felt relieved upon confirming that. Aside from the medics, are there specific groups with special responsibilities? I don't think so. I heard that depending on the mission, the first and second companies would be separated, though. I see. I still think it's amazing how they thought of gathering children and raising them to become combat elites. Amazing or cunty? I wonder if it was Queen Kior who came up with this idea. Or was it the King of Azul or Digrov? I don't know, but whoever it is kind of an ass. I still think it's amazing they thought of gathering children and making them super soldiers. Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't know. Just me? Only me? I think we're all on the same page here that, like, that's some, like, dystopian novel bullshit. Nikkei. Oh, sorry. Did I offend you? Maybe I should think of these things in order to become stronger. Forget what I said. I'm not trying to oppose the entire system of this place. Or maybe he was being sorry. I think it's amazing that they came up with this idea. Like, amazing is in a bad way. Okay, it's just the way I read it. I was like, you think this is amazing? He's like, it is amazing that these fuckers are this douchey. Maybe that's what you meant, because, like, valid. Anyway, it's Queen Kiora is a wonderful person. Nikkei, I don't know who thought of this idea, but at the very least, Queen Kiora truly cares about Ortesia. I think King Ildas of Digroth and King Sarazar of Azul do too. I mean, it's one thing if you're like, this is the like, we were always at war and whatever, and you're just like training. I mean, like, at some point, people go into basic training for the military and stuff, but it's not usually like, hey, 12-year-olds, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, but that is the nature of this world, so. I know because I've met them to talk about the cursed sword. Oh, right. You met them personally. Yeah. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just bad with words. I also think Queen Kiora is great. Oh boy. I'm so bad at this. Nikkei shrugged and made a wry smile. I've always known this, but I think I'm bad at talking with people. Nikkei, that's not true. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it. Wait! Oh, the medicine's done. I need to go to my next class, so I'll see you later. Okay, see you later. He's like, peace out, bitch. Oh, we get to talk to Asaka here. Where should I go next? We get to talk to... There he is. I was like, where the hell's Tifalet? I didn't see him up in the corner there. Yes. Again, I only have one hand, so I gotta put the remote down so I can move my thumb over to get to the left side. Oh. I came to town in between classes and noticed someone who stood out to me. Huh? I assumed he'd just go elsewhere, even if he noticed me. But to my surprise, he gave a friendly smile and approached instead. Hi. Look. Hi. Hello. You don't have classes today. Just finished one. I felt like walking around town before the next one starts. Oh, I see. We're having such an ordinary conversation, but it felt so strange. I rarely talk to any kids from Nirvana, so I don't know what's going on in there. Rather, we never have the opportunity. Even if they come to deliver the Lunaria flowers, they only say hi and hurry out. Everyone's like that? Everyone. We happened to meet dramatically, but I was only here to make a delivery. It felt weird to have a friendly chat with a client. Are
you fond of the Lunaria flowers?
Huh? I stared at him. It was such a sudden question.
Do you like them or hate them?
I'd say I like them, of course. They're mysterious and so beautiful.
Of course a girl would say that. I don't like those flowers. I do think they're beautiful, and they are quite useful as medicinal herbs. But I can't bring myself to like them.
This is randomly odd. Huh? I didn't know how to answer that. While I was at a loss for words, Tifalet smiled at me playfully.
You don't have to agree with me. I wasn't seeking your approval.
I'm just curious as to why you don't like them. It's interesting. Huh. Is there something to this? Or you're just like, nah, they're not my fave. You know when people are like, oh my god, I love this. And you're like, nah. You know what I mean? Like some people like roses. Some people love roses and some people hate them. Roses are beautiful, but you don't have to like them, you know? And not every type of rose. There's different types. And some of them, you're like, not my favorite. You know? All flowers are pretty. I think. I don't think I've seen an ugly one. But you know what I mean? But it's like, just because they're pretty doesn't mean you're like, oh my god, I want a bouquet of them. Or like, ooh, I'd love to have a flowering tree. Like, I love cherry blossoms. I'd punch a bitch for a cherry blossom tree. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. I love it so fucking much. But you know, fucking water lilies? Water lilies are beautiful. But like calla lilies? They're pretty, but I don't really like them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just like, meh. Someone's like, you want these? You want a bouquet of these? Nah. Aren't they also like usually like funeral flowers? And you're like, that seems weird. But like water lilies though? Have you seen those fuckers? Beautiful. Love them. So like, it's just different flowers for different folks. So it could just be a random thing. But I just feel like, is there more to it? Because the nature of Otome games, nobody can have a preference. Like, I like the color blue. Why? What psychological reason is it behind there aside from, no, I just do? Like, there is no, I just do. Or I just don't in an Otome game. There's always some deep-seated trauma. Like, there's some deep-seated trauma why I like blue. Like, seriously though, right? Isn't that always the way? If it's just a preference and you're like, but I didn't get a backstory on why they liked or didn't like this thing, you're like, huh, weird. But it's so normal in real life to just, people have preferences and whatevs. There's no reason behind any of them. It is what it is. But in an Otome game, there is no, it just is. There's always a reason. So when things are, it just is, it's very confusing for us. Huh. The things you realize when you stop and think about it. Bizarre. Anyway.
I just want you to know that not everyone likes those flowers. Maybe I don't deserve to say this, but I need those flowers to use as ingredients. Please do continue making your deliveries.
I nodded deeply. Like, I'm still going to bring them to you even if you don't like them. You need them. Liking them is not needing them. Different. You know what I mean?
Also, there might be times when I can't open the door for you. I apologize in advance. You can leave them here when that happens.
Are you not available at night? Does that mean you're not available at night? I remember you...
No, I'm usually available. That's just that I'm often out and about. Whether it be day or night, just consider yourself lucky if you do bump into me.
Wow. Phrasing on that one is douchey. No, I love it. But, like, just consider yourself lucky if you bump into me. I know it's more like, consider yourself lucky if you bump into me, because God knows where I am. But it just comes across so, like, damn.
I'm not usually far away, though. I'm often somewhere in town or the forest. Well then, I must be heading out now. Farewell for now.
He waved, heading for the forest path. He really is mysterious. I'm assuming that answer is the bad one, because we didn't get points and we're not trying to... Well, actually, no, we are. Because we haven't created our save file yet. Huh. He really is mysterious, but I don't remember seeing a... Did we get a thing? I don't know. One more map. Where should I go next? We're going to go talk to Asaka. Oh. Wait. Move to selected location and yes, Osaka. I was like, why can't I? I'm like, right. Okay, I forgot how this works. Oh, hello, Osaka. Hello. Are you going somewhere? His voice was kind of just normal, right? Whatever. It's been a while since we've had him talk. Not really. I was just going to take a walk around the courtyard. I see. It's such a beautiful day today, so a walk sounds very pleasant. Yeah, I thought so too. I guess it's safe to assume you're no longer feeling down. You know, the Richard incident. I'm completely over that now. Sorry if I made you worry, Asaka. Not at all. No need to worry about me. We're classmates now, so I want you to do your best here. Don't worry, that's my plan. That's the spirit. Oh, also, let me tell you about a nice spot here in the courtyard. At the corner of the flower bed, you'll find an oak tree. It'll make nice shade in the afternoon, so it's a perfect spot to read. The flowers from the flower bed smell good too. Sometimes I doze off. Thank you. I still don't know a lot about this place, so I appreciate these tidbits. I'll bring a book and read there next time. Yeah, it's the perfect spot to relax. Well, I'm headed to that spot now. Asaka smiled playfully. Have a great time. I hope to see you under the oak tree sometime. I'll be waiting for you. I bet you will, but also not because the game won't let me date you either, which is unfortunate because you are beautiful. Asaka slightly waved at me and walked away. I'm guessing, yeah, we probably don't get any choices with him or some of the side characters that, like, we're not trying to date because we're not trying to, so. We don't need to get points with them, and having a choice there would be kind of pointless. It's going to be weird when we go there to remember. I guess in that one, we stay quiet. We ain't trying to talk to Abel. I'm not really sure what to talk about with him. While I was still pondering, Lustin suddenly stopped. You look like you want to say something. Huh? It's not exactly that, but I wanted to talk with you all. I see. Abel, you heard her. Say something. What do you want me to say? There's nothing to discuss. Mind if I punch you in the face? Wait, Lustin! I shouldn't have brought this up in the first place. Oh, our precious Abel. Abel sighed, sounding annoyed. I felt regret, but couldn't say anything. To my surprise, he spoke up. If you have questions, ask them. Wow. No, out with it. What should I ask? Oh, I know. Abel, what sort of training do you usually do? Okay. Oh, when he blushes, it's adorable. That's so cute. Alright. We're getting up to where we do our common route save file. For our bad end. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I honestly don't know either. Makes sense. The Guard Sword might decide for you. Let's just do our best for now. Yeah, thanks. So Nikkei's route might take a little bit longer than everybody else's. I would say maybe a part longer just because, like, we're doing so many different things in the common route. You know, usually we're like, okay, now we're on their route by the end, but this is where we save. Whoops. For our bad end. And we should reinforce patrols. Okay, we're not going to get our bad ending first. We'll do those at the end. Although it's weird because now it's going to be like the common route split is save 2 and the bad ending is like whatever. I think I'll pass. I know, don't worry, Booker. I know I got my remotes kind of in my hand. He's pushed up against my hand, but I have to have like just my knuckles and stuff. So it's like he's looking, he's kind of like, why is that remote there? Because like my controller's in my hand and it's like,
Don't worry, you're not gonna smack you with it. I just have to because I got to be able to use both buttons. So for right now, I got it held in my fingertips. I know, it's in your space. But don't worry, it's just here temporarily, and then I'll move it back. He's very sorry, I'm not gonna let it smack you. Besides, even if it fell right now, it wouldn't touch you. Where you're sitting. Don't lick it. Don't chew on it.
that's also why I don't. You're going to chew on my buttons. We're not, where you going? Oh, now you're going to go to my right hand? Oh, come on. Pick a hand, bird.
Pick a hand, which one you want. You don't get to play with the remote. You're too little to play with the Switch. That's not true. You're 11 years old. You're old enough to play with the Switch. You want me to get you a Switch too? And then maybe we could put something on the screen and you could jump around and attack it? Yeah? I tried to show you birdies on Instagram and you're like, the fuck? Like, I can see that shit?
Anyway. I don't know. That's the answer. Okay. Boop. So these are all the same. Ow.
I know you pinched me. Isn't that nice? It was an accident, though. And it was a little pinch. It wasn't hard. Like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Why you biting me?
He's like trying to shove his head in between my fingers. And it's just really bizarre. Now my right hand is usurped by the bird. So I guess the remote is now going to the left side of my lap. So that I can do this. I think he was doing his best. All right. So actually, yeah, I mean, we're getting there. Well, he's just concerned. And now the bird's going to the left. What do you want? He's like, you put the remote down and I wanted to chew on it. You can't. You try to do this with my TV remote. You see it sitting on the couch and you run for it like you're going to bite the buttons and you can't do that. Is there anything I can do to help? So all these are the same. Interesting. So the reinforcing patrols thing is the, I'm wondering why though we didn't save in anyone because I feel like it's just that like we should not the reinforcing patrols, but the other answer is where you get the bad ending. Unless it's all the answers after that, you know what I mean? Because all those answers after that are the same. So I'm wondering if it's a series of choices there and then it leads to something bad. Oh, Mephisto. Are you going to show up a lot in this route? Because I am here for that. This is the medic's job. Thanks, but this is our job as medics, so sure, why not? And more hands make lighter work. Really? Okay, if you think it's best. Then it's it. Okay, because then Posh was gonna help us pick stuff, and he's like, I'm good at this. And that makes sense why this is different, because that you were getting points for Posh, but now you're getting Nikke points something underneath. I understand is still the right answer. So now we're doing stuff, picking things. Let's do it. Nikke, Posh seems keen, so let's do it. Okay, if you're sure. Oh, there we go. There's our Nikke points. And then we go train. He's helping us. And then Leonidas shows up. Does he? I don't know. There's a choice with Leonidas next. So that's why I was like, does he show up and yell at Posh here? Yeah, he does. We stop him. And you know what? At least Leonidas won't die in this one. He's probably barely going to be around since he's kind of like, you know. Richard was kind of the main antagonist in we keep quiet. In Abel's route. We didn't really have an antagonist at the school in Lustin's route. Salon played a bigger part as a side character in Lustin's route, but like not in a bad way. He wasn't like an antagonist. He was just like um there. You know what I mean? He was just there. But he was at least a side character that was like hanging out and doing stuff or whatever. Um and then Posh Leonidas, but he wasn't an antagonist. He kind of antagonized him a little bit to try to push him. So like he played a bigger role there. So you think Mephisto's gonna play a bigger role? I guess Asaka is, to be fair. Oh, that's true. Asaka's usually hanging out with Nikke, right? Because we're always seeing Asaka now as our third person. You know, in our map. Huh. Nikke, Tifalet, and Asaka. So, interesting. After classes ended, I noticed that I was right in front of the chemical anteroom. I don't smell anything today, so maybe he's not here. Oh. I opened the door to check just in case and found Nikke reading a book. I also wonder, though, because if the choices we made are different, I was just thinking this. You know, because it's like, it does mention in there, if the love interest you're aiming for is not on the map, you didn't answer correct for him but it says in the previous map. So we have to make sure, well, Posh, Lustin, and Abel in the first section, we don't need to worry about. But in this, the second thing, Corridor 1, Posh, Self-Study Room, Abel. Posh and Abel weren't on the map, so we might have to, like, reload different map things. Like, we might have to, like, we probably should have saved during Abel and or Lustin or Posh's section 2. So we might have to go back and do that. I was just thinking of that. Because for some reason when this popped up, I was like, there's only Nikke and Mephisto, so... And then it triggered on my brain thinking about how it says, oh, if they're not on the map, and I was like, ooh, wait. Because we're not getting points for them, so... Well, we'll have these save files, and if I think about it at some point, if I'm bored, I'll just go back and skip through the game and go back through like I was for... Like if we were Posh or Abel or whatever, and then save at the map points for them or whatever. Because there's only like... There's 3 different ones, so that's fine. Like... Or we'll just skip through the game and do the different map things. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, but we might have to do that. I'm saying that out loud because if I don't, I'll be thinking it in my head as I'm reading, and then it'll go out of my brain and get lost in the ether. But if I say it out loud, I might fucking commit it to memory, so. I opened the door to check just in case and found Nikke reading a book. Did you need something here? No, I thought you might be here. You read me like a book. What are you reading? This? Just a regular poetry collection. You like poetry? Not really. It's just that I usually read when I can't sleep, and I chose this one this time because the cover was pretty. You have trouble sleeping? Oh. Nikke nodded awkwardly. Don't worry, it's not serious. It's not that I have anxiety or anything. I've always had problems falling asleep. That's all. Oh, really? I think it's just how I am. I can't do anything about it. I hear that you should put herbs by your bed to... Oh, sorry. I guess boys don't do those things. And you probably know more about it, Nikke. Thank you. I felt relieved seeing Nikke smile gently. Nikke seems like the type of guy who is not very concerned about, like, oh, it's not masculine to put herbs by your bed. He'd be like, fuck that shit, if it helps me sleep, put fucking herbs by my bed. Pick the lunaria flowers, like, whatever, they're just flowers, guys. It doesn't make you gay, Jesus. I feel like he's not going to be concerned like everyone else. Like, oh, it's not manly to pick flowers. Bitch! What's not manly about flowers? Get over yourselves. Anyway, I don't mind at all. You're right in how herbs help you sleep. Nikke then glanced over at the shelf of of medicine bottles next to him. It's not like he's like wearing pink satin pajamas or something. And even if he did, so what? But you know what I mean? Like, they're herbs, for God's sakes. Weird, isn't it? I'm always surrounded by medicinal herbs. I even brew them myself, but I've never thought about using them on me. Nikkei, you should take care of yourself too. Yeah, that makes sense that would be the right answer. I don't even know why I had to look at that, but it may sound pushy for me to say this, but you should take care of yourself too. It's like no one's ever cared about me enough to tell me to take care of me. I know you have a strong sense of duty and you work hard as part of the medics, but your health is as important as others, you know? Not being able to sleep isn't a good sign. I'm worried about you, Nikkei. Sorry. Nikkei, I'm sorry for making you worried. I won't call it insomnia, but I've just gotten used to not being able to sleep. But you're right. It's not a good thing. Yeah, I think so. You're so kind. That's not true. I only said what's right. You think so? Probably. When he asked me back, I wasn't so sure. Maybe that's how girls are. Huh? And no one's ever said something like that to me before. I feel like this type of kindness and consideration is unique to girls. Or maybe it's just that I never told anyone about my sleeping issues in the first place. Is that how boys are? I couldn't help but ask. Boys, yes, they don't tell anybody anything and they keep everything to themselves. Stupid. You're a human being. It's okay to have emotions and problems, and it's okay to share them with people. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Maybe I was getting too nosy. There was an awkward silence between us. Then Nikkei gently patted me on the shoulder. Don't feel down. I really appreciate your kind words. That's good to hear. You really are different. When we heard that you were joining Nirvana, everyone was so excited a new girl was coming. And to be honest, I didn't understand the hype. But now that I've talked to you, I realize that you really are different. Am I weird? No, you aren't. I just think you're soft, fragile, and kind. That was like a compliment sandwich. It's like, you're soft. That's not a bad thing. Fragile. It's never really a good thing. Kind. But that's nice. I knew that Nikkei wouldn't say anything too deep, but I didn't know how to respond. Oh, I just remembered I had something to do. Sorry, I have to go. Oh, sure. Thanks for your concern. I'll see you soon. He's like, I need to get out of here because this was awkward. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Oh well, it's all over now. I sighed and left the chemical anteroom. Where should we go now? Oh, I know, but it was scratching your neck and it was there. Yeah, because you know what I mean? Like, nobody else is here. And the corridors are where the other characters in the self-study room. So yeah, we're gonna have to, like, I mean, these guys are still there. Like, Chalet and everything like that. But, like, we don't have, well, I mean, I don't think it matters if we have Abel and Lustin or anything like that. I'm assuming the side characters are always the same. Somebody can let me know. And hopefully, I mean, you should see this before we get to the end of the game. We got 2 more routes to go. But, like, as long as the side characters are there, I don't care in this case, like this map where we saved. I don't care if Abel, Lustin, and Posh aren't there because we've already talked to them on this map exploration. I care that, like, okay, Richard's here. He was there. Like, it's not, we're not missing anybody else. Which I don't think we are because the secondary characters all seem to be here from what I'm noticing, So that's fine. So it doesn't matter. I don't think I need to go back and save because I'm assuming here, if we went to wherever Richard is and talked to him, it's the same conversation here as if it would be during Abel, Lustin, or Pasha's route. So, oh, I came to town in between classes and found someone who stood out to me again. He was having a friendly talk with an old woman. I wonder if she's a customer of his shop. The old woman was bowing to him numerous times. It showed that they weren't family. I thought I should walk away, but his expression was so kind and gentle that I couldn't turn away.
Oh,
While I was staring at him in a daze, he noticed me. He bowed to the old woman and walked towards me.
hi.
You didn't have to mind me. Weren't you talking to that lady?
That's fine. She had to go home soon anyway.
Really?
She likes my fortune telling, so she comes regularly.
Fortune telling. Speaking of which, he did introduce himself as a fortune teller.
The fate of humanity is so interesting.
Huh.
Telling the fortunes of the same person so many times made me realize that fate can never be changed. No matter how much you struggle to flee from it, you'll always be caught.
He's watched the Final Destination movies.
I wonder who decides your fate.
Well, I can't say me because then I would not decide certain bad things, huh? You know what I mean? He's like, you can't get away from fate! Well, if I decided my own fate, I'd be like, you know what, I don't like this, so I'm going to decide that I change it. But he's saying you can't change it, so it's clearly not someone invested in your life as you would be in your own life. You know what I mean? Like, if you decide what pants to put on, or if you don't want to put on pants, right? But if fate is deciding what pants you put on, and it's like, you're going to put on those yellow clown pants, and you're like, but I hate the yellow clown pants. But it tells you to put on the yellow clown pants. You know what I'm saying? I'm not drunk, I swear, but I mean, we definitely don't decide our, you know, when people are like, oh, fate, but you're like, I decide my fate. And it's like, clearly not in this scenario.
God, the demons. According to the old stories, they say that a trio of goddesses decides the fate of humanity.
Yeah, isn't there one, isn't, they're the fates, right? And then one of them, like, cuts the string, and that's the one that's how long you live and stuff like that. I vaguely remember this.
I wonder how my fate was decided.
Random roll of the dice. He didn't show any signs of despair or resignation, but something about what he said was heartbreaking. It just made me think of my village and the cursed sword.
Are you thinking about the cursed sword? Do you want to flee from your fate?
I...
Sorry. After what just happened, that was such an inappropriate thing to ask. But something's tied you to the cursed sword. You just don't know what it is yet.
Wilhelm. His expression remained the same. That smile always made it impossible for me to figure out his true intentions. Also, he's kind of wrong, though, when he's like, you can't change your fate. That's bullshit, because I've had 3 different fates right now, because I've had 3 different boyfriends in 3 different timelines. So technically, I do decide my fate based on the fucking choices I make. Well, the game does, so I guess the game decides our fate. Based on the choices we make. But then are we making the choices, or is the game making the choices for us? Well, now that's weird. Oh. While I was thinking about what to say next, I saw some children crouched down and drawing something on the ground.
That's the magic circle game. I wonder who started that. According to them, a demon will appear and grant your wish.
Oh,
Are kids so innocent and cute?
excuse me? He's like, according to the game, the children draw a circle, then a demon comes and grants your wish. Aren't they so innocent and cute? You literally just said children are trying to summon a demon and then called them innocent and cute. Those are 2 things that are mutually exclusive. You cannot, no. Nothing about those 2 sentences together should be said back to back in this context. You've played the game before? You've played the game before?
I don't think I have.
He gazed at the children.
But considering how long it's been going on, maybe someone managed to summon a demon.
Huh?
I'm joking. I don't think the children really believe that a demon will appear.
They mentioned this game once before in the prior Common Run. We didn't have this conversation with Tifalet, but it happened. I remember them talking about the circle and the demon or something.
I sometimes wonder, what in the world led up to such a dangerous and weird game?
And then you just, when children are summoning a demon, oh, they're so innocent and cute, and then it's a dangerous game. What the fuck? This is a weird sandwich of word sentences. Word sentences. Yeah, that was a good one. I can't brain. True.
Perhaps it's because of the magic circle.
I looked up at the blue sky. I couldn't see clearly from this angle, but the magic circle protecting this prosperous town was shining bright today.
I can't believe she's protecting this town with magic. I could never do that.
I mean, we had a conversation with Tifalet in a different... Maybe that was it, because, like, this is new, so I was like, but I feel like we've had conversations with Tifalet about the demon circle and that we're somewhat... I don't know.
All right, then. My next customer's coming soon. I have to go. See you later.
He slowly walked towards his shop. I could still hear the children having fun. Or we were going somewhere else and we saw it and we talked about it. But we talked about this with someone else and the other things. Where should I go? We're going to go talk to Asaka. Oh, there we go. Asaka! I was walking around town when I saw Asaka coming towards me. We are not going to get through the whole common route for them today. So, it's just because we have so many new things to click on. So, oh, hello. Were you at the port? Yes, I went to buy some maintenance tools for my katana on Zapang Street. Zapang Street? Oh, excuse me. Only a few people, including me, call it that. Asaka turned back to the path leading to the port. You know how there are so many small shops around the warehouse district? There's a narrow street around that area that has so many shops that sell food and clothes from Zapang. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. There's probably some, but whatever. And not many people do, and no one would go there unless they had a specific reason to. Truth be told, I can get all the maintenance tools I need at Chalet's shop. His lineup is good enough. But today I just had the urge to go there. Yeah, I have those days too. You just want to feel nostalgic, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. Huh? What are you apologizing for? You know, about your village. Asaka's consideration took me by surprise, and I forced out a smile. Thank you for your concern, Asaka, but I've decided not to let it bother me anymore. So you don't have to be so concerned. If anything, I want you to tell me more about Zapang. I'm happy to hear that. Then I'll tell you about it when we have time. It sounds great. We're never gonna have time. We're never gonna have time to read with him under the oak tree or talk about his hometown. They won't let us. Anyway, skipping through. There's good old Dick. Not the kind of dick you want. But it's the kind of dick you're unfortunately stuck with. Okay. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that, Abel. It's funny that we got points with Abel when we're like, you're the worst! And now we're like, don't say it like that. Okay, that's the only change. Abel said nothing. He was like, ugh. It is really funny that you're the worst is the right answer in that case for Abel. Which is just funny. Nikkei's like, don't call him the worst. Be gentle with him. And Abel's like, no, call me the worst and step on me. I don't know. Abel's got weird kinks. I'm just guessing. But I don't want to forget. Okay. So. We'll at least get into chapter 4. Maybe to the map sequence. You know. Okay, I remember this scene. This is like the only time we saw, like, if you don't mind. Oh, right, because we got to get points with him. I think we said that when we went through the common. If you don't mind. Oh, and that was it. Okay. Tifalet is really pretty. I mean, I don't mind hanging out here. We love Chalet. Now we're having nightmares. And um yeah, I mean I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm getting extremely tired. I'd like to call it a day, but I guess we'll say, oh, this is when we went and we find the catacombs or whatever. Not the catacombs, but the graveyard. Looking for the ghost at night. Yeah. So, wait, did we not do that? Or we said we were going to, but okay, right. That was in the morning. So then this, we're doing our normal training kind of stuff, whatever. And then we do the catacomb stuff at night, so. Have we fought Ildis with the fucking cursed sword? I don't even remember skipping that scene. I'm assuming we did. Okay, here we go. Here's our graveyard. They're like, oh my god, this place is the graveyard. With the amount of people that are buried here, you'd think they'd have been here before. We came down here for Leonidas. And Abel. And one of his bad endings, right? Actually, those are the only times. Nobody died in Lustin's route. Lustin didn't die. We might have, but like, whatever. You know. Yeah, we're just, wow. Because we just got into chapter 4. Okay. Oh, is this where now we go finally like going to travel and going to the different places? We get to go, because like we also haven't done that yet. Like the traveling. Because like, how do you find it? It's wonderful. Um, I agree. I'm just gonna see how far we can get before we have a good. If we can get to the map section, then like fine, I guess we'll save there. You know, because we're gonna have to save there anyway. So I just have to remember to scroll all the way down to my map section. Oh, I think it's just you. What should I do in times like these? Actually, Lustin, maybe it's just you. You heard Posh. Oh. Hey, Posh, just so you know, I'm in charge of this trip. If something's bothering you, it's better to speak up. Okay. Right, because this is when we go... We go to Digroth here, right? And then, the next one, we go with Nike and Abel, and we go to Azul, and we get to see that CG. Oh! Give us a CG! See, this one, they gave us the CG of Ignis with her tits in her face. So, like, good for us. And then the next one, they're like, hi, did you want to see Sarazar in your... Yes! He could put his tits in my face. What? Shut up. You're thinking it too. You keep licking my remotes. That's not nice. You can't lick the remotes. You don't want birdie slobbers all over it. It's gross. Why are you licking it? We're trying to chew it. I know it's kind of in the way, but like... Too bad you had something to do. It's too bad you had something to do. Yeah. And then this is where we get eaten by a Deimos. And then Tifalet comes along. Right? Well, we're probably not going to get to that section because it seems like there's a bunch of choices up to this point. You know. There's other choices that seem to change because there's Nikke choices and things like that, so... So I think then we're going to go... Yeah, this is where we're going to Azul now. Right? And it's like, here we go. There we go. Yep, we're on our way. So. I think we're just going to stop here at this choice. Because we have to console Nikke. So... this is a good place to stop, and we will come back here and we will finish up doing chapter 4, and then I think we get into his route. No, we have chapter 5. Oh, that's true because we have to do our common route save. Okay, so we'll continue skipping through the common route in the next part. So Nikkei's route's going to be a little bit longer. I kind of wasn't thinking about that, and like I was banking on. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's a couple extra hours I have to do before I. By the time you see this, I'm back from vacation, but right now I'm trying to get as much done as possible. And I wasn't. I was like, I can get Nikkei's route done before I go on vacation. It's fine. They're usually only about 8 hours, but now it's going to be probably like 9 to 10. It's only a 2 hour difference, but that does make a difference when you are crunching down and trying to get as much done as possible, and you've got like a week and a half left to do like 30 to 40 hours worth of stuff left. I mean, I got a lot of stuff, so but we'll get it done. I just don't want to leave in the middle. Worst case scenario, I just won't record the bad endings. And then I'll come back and be like, so if there's like that where I'm like, I don't know what happened. I just wanted to, if I'm not going to know what happened, it should be between routes, but anyway, we'll probably be fine. Don't worry about it. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.